Anytime I come across a game that seems to have no type of internet presence whatsoever, I get pretty curious. It's a gamble, you never know what you're gonna get, and even though the odds are far greater that it's gonna be a piece of crap, I'm usually down to take that chance. And so I rolled the dice on Jungle Kids. Not only could I not find anything about this game online, but even the developer and publisher were hard to pin down. What is the Game Empire series? I don't know. The only URL on the box takes me to a printing company. Microforum, as noted on the box, did the packaging and art design. It looks like they've dabbled in both developing and publishing various other titles, though I still can't find a mention of Jungle Kids anywhere. One of their more recent games was 2010's Enjoy Your Massage for the Wii. It looks like you just massage people? I don't know. The developer, I think, Optimum Educational Software, has a website that looks delightfully dated, and they're selling mostly test preparation software. But at some point in time, 1996 I think, these two forces combined to bring us Jungle Kids. I haven't even played the game yet, but I can tell that the back of the box is trying a bit too hard to sell me on it. Lush forests, tropical jungles, and ancient temples await your child and provide them with a springboard from which to launch ideas. The fun preview feature lets kids see their work at each stage of its development. Well, they kinda got me there. If there's one thing that kids love, it's preview features.
One day, a lone airplane was seen above jungle lands. Suddenly, the weather changed. And as the plane prepared for a crash landing, a single parachute with a baby basket was seen making its way to the ground. The baby landed safe and sound. The animals of the jungle gathered round. They adopted the child and brought him up as their own, naming him Prince of the Jungle. And now his adventures begin.
Okay, so a few things. Was that the full theme song to the game? That's it? The Adventures of Jungle Kids, except it's only one kid, so maybe Jungle Kid would have been a bit more accurate. I like how the plane flies under this single cloud. This one cloud really franked it up for everybody. The plane goes for a crash landing by flying up into space, I guess. Also, who was the guy that threw a baby out of a crashing plane? I'd watch that movie. Anyway, the basket floats safely down into the jungle, and then all of the jungle animals show up and adopt the child. I guess they went through the correct legal proceedings for that. And the elephant, it looks like he's rolling the baby to me, like he's rolling him into the jungle. And that's the story of Jungle Kids. This is the Jungle Kids menu. It fills some of the screen. Let's click on a few buttons, shall we?
If you want to start creating scenes, click the mouse again. To operate the movie editor, click the mouse again. To use the advanced editor, click the mouse again. If you need help, click the mouse again.
So to operate Jungle Kids, you click a button and then click the mouse again. If you turn on the help mode, the game's buttons are explained when you click them.
The scene editor is where you create scenes by choosing a background.
The advanced editor allows you to do all kinds of special effects and changes and whatnot.
The movie editor offers different options of arranging the scenes and viewing the movie you've created.
It sounds like one guy is doing all of the voices, though there is a female voice who does like 2 lines randomly.
If you really want to see the intro again...
No, not that.
You guessed it! The exit button is for leaving the game. Haha.
Yeah, that's her. Jungle Kids is a movie maker, not unlike 3D Movie Maker, a piece of software by Microsoft Kids that came out in 1995.
I told you to clean your room. What are you doing?
Making a movie.
What, your boring little life?
Yes, but it's not boring. It's the adventures of a young superhero named Ernest.
And that's you?
Mm-hmm. And that's Dad, and that's Mom, and that's the dog.
Where's the more intelligent older brother?
He's dead.
Dead?
Dead. He fell off a dock and scene too.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Can you bring him back?
Of course. But why should I?
Okay, I know I veered off the Jungle Kids path a little bit, but I just had to show you this commercial I came across because that kid is creepy.
He's dead.
The first step in creating your animated jungle adventure is to create a scene in the Scene Creator. Then it's off to the movie editor to stitch your scenes together. And there's also an advanced editor where you can edit the backgrounds. This mode was pretty fun. I really messed up this one background of a 3D rendered snake temple. You can draw on the background, mirror sections of the background, draw on the background. I don't really know how you would use any of these tools to make anything usable in a short movie though, and I think I might have accidentally saved over the original snake background because I clicked a box without reading it. To create a scene, we first have to choose a background, and our options range from forests to plateaus, and honestly they aren't that bad. The problem is that if you want your movie to have any scenes that aren't in an outdoor nature-y area, your options are white, and that's it. Also at your disposal are some still objects like bushes and houses, animated objects that stay in one place like a bonfire, and animated objects that you can move around the screen. For a game whose box claims it has a large selection of exciting characters, the choices are very limited, and some look more cartoony than others, and it's kinda weird to put the different styles in the same scene. Not to mention that if you wanted to use, for instance, the Jungle Girl 2 character, the only way to do that is by creating a movement path. There are no still images of her, which means she's gonna have to be moving in every scene that she's in. You can also add text to your scene to help clue viewers into what is actually going on in your story. Chances are they're going to need the help. And there's music, which doesn't work. It doesn't work in the exciting preview feature or when you actually play your scenes. But I was able to locate the music files on the CD, so I know that they're at least there, they just don't work in the program. Alright, I spent some time messing around with Jungle Kids, but to really show it off, I've put together a movie for you. Since the assets available to me are a bit limited, I went with the most obvious route and just decided to do my own retelling of Tarzan. It turns out that I don't really remember what happens in Tarzan though, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. Oh, and before we watch it, I have to say that I did have to edit in some stock photos for some important images that the game didn't have. But to make up for that, I did edit in the music that I found on the CD. All right, sit back, relax. Here is my visual masterpiece, Tarzan.
Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Good.
If you would like to produce stunning visual masterpieces like the one you just witnessed, then Jungle Kids is the game for you. But for those of you who, like me, think that the movie that I just created has so little value that it might very well be the only film that should objectively not be considered art, there's this.
To say goodbye, click the mouse again.
Goodbye for now.